Alright guys, welcome back. It's finally time for me to install the Outback Kitters CANBus high beam relay. I put in the behind the grille lighting brackets and Stedi Light Bars a couple of weeks ago. I was waiting for the CANBus relay on back order, so it's turned up now. I'm still a little bit undecided as to where I'm going to mount the switch. At the moment, it's sort of just tucked in here. I did buy a different switch to put here, which is like a push button style, and I've also got the new protector wireless hub, relay hub. I'm still not sure exactly if I want to go that way or if I just want to put a button in and make it simple. So I'm going to get the relay in, have a bit of a think about it. We'll do the relay in this video, and once I decide which way I'm going to go, if I go the projector way, then I'll do a video on that, because it's supposed to integrate with Apple CarPlay and that sort of thing. You should turn it off, so then there's no switches on the dash, no drilling holes, which I kind of like. But yeah, I do have it. I'll decide sort of where I want to go, but in this video we're going to get the CANBus relay in and wire it up to the switch that I've currently got, and we'll just go with that. Let's get to it. So just following the Outback Kitters instructions, we need to take this kick plate off, and behind here there is the wiring harness and a fuse box sort of thing. So we'll get this off, expose the fuse box, and then we need to expose the can high and can low from the OBD2 port, and then we'll be able to then crimp the CANBus relay into it. It's fairly simple. The instructions are on their website, but we'll run you through it as well. So take that off. Fuses and whatnot. There's a specific fuse, fuse 3, that we need to tap. There's a wire tap that comes with it. And then, like I say, just splice into the can high, can low behind the OBD2. So it's going to be a bit tight in there, so I'll try and video what I can. Otherwise we'll have a look at it after I've put it all together. So it's not actually the OBD2 harness you're looking for. It's this one behind it, this one. And then obviously the twisted pair, white and blue, which is your can high, can low. And once we're gonna grab them, and using the wire taps provided, tap those in for the can relay, and then wire it into the fuse down here, and then we'll tidy it all back up. So I've just replaced a wire tap that I did have for the dash cam with this one. I'm actually using the plug and play kit for the dash cam, so I don't actually need it. And then I'm just going to connect this one to earth and take my 12 volt switch and connect that to the switch that I've got set up, and that'll pretty much be us. Alright, that's all done. I was going to put this kick plate back on. Wiring's all tidied and tucked back in. I have left the switch in there for now. Obviously it turns on and off, and high beam and the light bars work mint. So yeah, cool. All back together. Switch there. Still, like I say, undecided. Outback Kitters instructions are pretty good. One thing to note is the 12 volt switch on that comes out of the relay is actually to switch the relay on, not or you can just send it to 12 volt, but obviously through a switch. So it's power into the switch, power out of the switch goes to the brown 12 volt on the relay, and then there's a high beam harness as well. The power from that then goes to the light bars. A little bit confusing, but got it in the end, all sorted. So until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment below how I could have done this better maybe, or where have you put your switch for your lights, or maybe even if you want to see the projector wireless setup, I might get through that at some point. But thanks for watching. See ya.